Greetings in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, Melech of Yasharal, Cohen forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. All esteem, honor, and glory unto our Alua, Yahuwah. My name is MELEK Shelemoth. This is MELEK Shelemoth Trading. It's the 8th of April, 2025. It's 12:19 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to do a trade recap here. I did some trades on the ES using Bookmap, and I'll go over some technical analysis that got me into these trades, or what I was looking at to get into these trades. So let's do this first. Risk disclosure.
All MELEK Shelomoth Trading LLC materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors.
Tracking.
Past
Iceberg
performance is
ES
not
buy.
necessarily indicative of future results.
All right, so we're going to start with the Wyckoff theory chart. This is a 4-hour chart. Let's just go over what I was looking at here. This was a possible accumulation phase, which broke down for a continuation of the trend, which could also be a thermal shakeout. So what I'm looking at here is possible reaccumulation, but this is a huge thermal shakeout. If this is going to go bullish from here, if this was accumulation and we're getting a thermal shakeout from this, then this is supposed to do this. Get back in here, go, retest, and go back up. Now, I don't think that's possible. I think it's really basically a major downtrend, and this was just a redistribution structure. So these labels here are LPSYs, lower points of supply. So this is going with the theory that this is just a redistribution and we're pushing down. This is a possible thermal shakeout for this to be a bullish accumulation phase. If this starts accumulating here, we could get an accumulation phase here. So this would be redistribution continuing down here. This would be the selling climax, automatic rally. We get a move back down to a secondary stop, and we start accumulating for the move back to the upside. As for now, all I'm seeing right now, even with the two theories in play, redistribution or accumulation, this is still supposed to move back down here. If it's accumulation, this is a selling climax. We're probably going to move back down here. So let me just make that bigger. So what I think is more likely is that I'm sticking with the dominant trend. This is the LPSY so far. We didn't push back above that. We're creating somewhat of an automatic rally. Then we're supposed to get that secondary stop. So that's playing out right now. So that's what I was looking at today. Is this a selling climax or a thermal shakeout? If we push up, the bulls are, if this is a thermal shakeout, the bulls are supposed to start taking control. We're not supposed to see this right now. Let me just, boom, boom. We're not supposed to see an engulfing candle right now or some rejection. Bulls are supposed to maintain, and I'm going to go down to the minutia where we look at yesterday's high and how they didn't really achieve yesterday's high. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So basically, I'm looking for a continuation of the major trend. I'm trying to stay in line with the major trend, and we have major selling. But what I was anticipating is that we have this trend day pushing back up, and we could probably get a sideways day. So All of this I was staying aware of. Let's see, let's go to, right. So on the pivot levels for the week, we have Camarilla R3. So we're running into Camarilla R3 and central pivot 53, 19, 25. Camarilla R3 is at roughly 5302.50. So I was looking for some distribution here. If the bulls were supposed to take control from this up move, they should have pushed through this level because this is a heavy resistance level. So I want to see the bulls really take it out. They didn't take it out. We got rejection, and that's how I found my black sun strategy. So on a higher time frame, this was the level I was looking for. So let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's just take off. Let's take off the VWAP for now. All right, so so on the daily levels, the daily pivot levels, you see we come up here to yesterday's high after we open. We open here at 9:30. Let's see what the open was. So let's look at the ETH. The ETH is showing this bullish move. We're pushing up to Camarilla R3. Camarilla R3 is in an outside value relationship, which suggests like basically mean reversion in between Camarilla S3 and R3. We have some sideways movement. We start going bullish around, let's see what time, around maybe 8 o'clock at 7:10. So it's looking like US buyers start coming in at 7:10 and they're trying to push price up. We start getting this distribution structure. Let's open this up a little bit. So we start getting this distribution structure right here. Into the open, we're holding above Camarilla R3. Everything is looking bullish. We're looking like bullish continuation. We run into yesterday's high and the higher time frame of the weekly Camarilla and central pivot levels. So we run into these levels here, 52.86. We start getting this distribution structure, and these are where I took my trades back down to. I didn't catch all of this, but I was looking for some weakness starting to develop here. So I found that on Bookmap, right? So let's go to Bookmap where we could see some trade executions. And actually, let's pull over Trader Map Lite. Come on, behave. Let's try that again. Why are you acting like that? All right. All right. So we're pushing up into yesterday's high. I don't have that labeled here, so let me just show you this real quick. Where is yesterday's high? Right. So yesterday's high, we push above yesterday's high. We get to the weekly Camarilla R3 level. Right. My bad. Let me just go back over here. Right. So we're running into heavy liquidity. Liquidity came into the book here at 9:51. So they want to transact up here. They're looking like they want to be sellers. We're seeing liquidity here absorbing the buyers as they go up. So these red deviations, this is +2 deviation. You see I'm highlighting it right there. You could read in the box. All of this is creating resistance from a volume weighted average price perspective. That's my resistance levels. And I'm looking at Camarilla artery as a possible resistance level as well. So this is my buying climax level, right? Let's start with the preliminary supply. This is the first time I'm seeing sellers took control here. So this is how I read the Wyckoff theory reading order flow on Bookmap. Hold on one second. Right, so that's my preliminary supply starting here. We push up. That's my buying climax. You can see it labeled here as well. Preliminary supply, buying climax, preliminary supply. And we create the automatic rally, automatic reaction, my bad. You can see that over here. So after the buying climax automatic reaction, I have the base of my Wyckoff theory range. So now we get this push up, we test, we pull back, we push up here. I'm trying to wait for it to get to Camarilla R3 for my uptrust level and my resistance level. So we push into this liquidity. They transact 408 absorbing price. We push above it a little bit, give it that stop run. That's my uptrust. Wait for it to pull back, create the lower point of supply. That's the test after the uptrust. And let's go down into the trade. So you can see that absorption action right there, 411 on the offer. Big buying, big volume going into it. Try it again, push through, more volume stacked on top of it as it pushed through, more volume cap in price. This right here is my trigger levels or my order flow triggers. After the uptrust, we look for the exhaustion. That little bubble right there, no continuation. That's one of my, like when I really am executing on a high level, that's my entry right there. I didn't wait, I didn't take that. I waited for because I'm looking at the dominant bullish trend moving up. So I'm being cautious with my strategy. This is +2 VWAP deviation. Let me just point that out. +2 deviation, heavy liquidity, weekly Camarilla R3 level. That's basically my Black Sun strategy right there, right? We have absorption on the offer absorbing buyers. We have an exhaustion at a upper deviation level. We have our pivot level to execute off of our resistance level. So we have those two things in play. Not two, but all my criterias are in play right now. Didn't take the trade. So I'm waiting for the lower point of supply test or the test after the uptrust. I want to see the sellers, I want to see the buyers attempt to take it back up and fail. So we have the buyers here attempting to support price with liquidity. All right, so we move back up. We run into more liquidity. These guys jump in the book here as the selling is coming down at around, what is it, around 1018. We run into those guys, the buyers run into them, get absorbed again, and we start creating this little distribution pattern here again. Now, push up, uptrust, exhaustion on the best offer. We start pulling down. We start breaking below these levels here. Sell. I get a retracement, held through the retracement, almost stopped me out. 3 point stop at 53.02. We start pushing down, sellers take control. This bid gets wiped out by sellers. As we push down to this level, the buying climax level, see the buying climax, look over here for the notes. The buying climax level, we get some support buying, but we get this on the offer trying to cap price. Exhaustion from the buyers. Continuation. Now we're running into liquidity here, but I'm letting my trade execute. I want 6 points for my take profit. So 1 second. Right. So we retest this buying climax after we get support buyers here. Liquidity on the bid. We push back up, exhaustion again. Push down into my first target, 6 points, 52.93s. Taking half off the position. Trail and stop executes, starts to trail by 4 points. I come back, I get stopped out from the trail and stop. Now, I could have exited a little earlier because, again, we're getting this liquidity area here supporting price. So I just let my strategy play out where I'm trailing by 4 points. I just let that tag me out because I didn't want to spoil it if in case we actually do take on this liquidity. So that was the first trade, successful trade right there. Got the 6 points half off and 4 points trailing took me out. We come back up here, we get another retest of the uptrust and Camarilla R3 level. I didn't take this trade. Um, I wasn't paying attention really. I was looking at some Discord chats and stuff like that and posting something, and I think I was just posting about my trade in Discord, in the Discord chat on Bookmap as well. Missed this trade because that's basically another setup right there. We create this lower point of supply. We start breaking down. So I missed a good one here. And I entered too late on the breakdown of the preliminary supply. So I gotta make note of this, wait for the retest. This was a bad trade right here because I'm selling too low. Stop loss gets clipped, right? We come back up, we retest the buying climax. Didn't wait for it to get back up here again. Got clipped. Sell right here. Looking at this as a possible buying exhaustion just below the liquidity, right? We get this retest back here after the first initial sell or the rejection of this. Stop me out. So now I'm looking at this level. We're really getting back to my level of the original trade or the original setup. We have +2 VWAP all the way up here. Running into liquidity on the offer. Starts breaking down, take the sell. Stop loss is here, 3 points up above this level right here, just below the uptrust. So this is a lower point of supply and it's just shy of the uptrust. So the uptrust is the highest range or the highest level of the range, right? So took the trade here, short, got the big breakdown, 6 points, got 12 points out the trade, right? So this is how my bracket orders is set up. In 6 points within in the trade, I'm taking half off at 52.95.50, and I'm looking to get 12 points. So 52.89.50 was the second TP, right? Short trade was at 53.01.50. just below this weekly Camaria R3 level. The trailing stop executes after 6 points. We get down to +1 first, the first upper deviation, took profit right here. Yeah, and that was the trades. Yeah, I didn't take any more trades after that. Right after I got a full target hit on my trade right down here. And that was the trade setups, Black Sun strategy. And I hope I was clear and concise of how I break it down. And let me just show you my Discord. Right, so if you enjoy the breakdown, you could come join the Discord. This is where I'd put like my technical analysis videos, my daily trade setups, my trading strategies, my video journals here. Like what I'm doing, I'm gonna post this in here right now. So it's MELEK Shalomo Trading. The link is in the description. And also, let's see here. Right, so this is my YouTube channel. I need some subscribers here to go live. So I need a lot more subscribers. So if you could help me out with that, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, and trying to get up to the level where I could go live on YouTube, and I'll do all this basically live in front of everybody. So if you subscribe, you could just, when I post that I'm going live, you could come see me just play out all my trades and break down everything I'm looking at on a live stream, right? So need your help with that, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, and that's it, man. That's my Black Sun strategy. Trying to make it as clear and concise as possible. Um, these are not trade recommendations. You still gotta iron out your style of trading. This is my personal style of trading, but if it inspires you to maybe throw in VWAPs in your strategy, or you like the VWAP aspect, you like the liquidity aspect, you like the Camaria aspect of it, you could create your own strategies off of these things, right? So hopefully it inspires you to create your own strategy, because trading someone else's strategy is basically, it's a no-go, because their strategy is built off of their personality. My personality is, I like shorts, right? So I like to short the market. I'm a contrarian. I don't believe in all this bullishness for no reason. The economy isn't good, so why is the market going up? It should be going down, right? So that's my contrarian view of the market, basically. So I like the short side. So right now we're in a dominant selling trend. So I'm looking for everything short, you know. So that's how I created my Black Sun strategy. As you can see, it's off of the Wyckoff theory. And I have those labels there: buying climax, uptrust, preliminary supply, automatic reaction. That's a distribution structure. And I look to get in on these lower points of supply. All right, y'all. So it's Mikael Shalomo, MELEK Shalomo Trading. Shalom.